Welcome to story time.
No dragons for tea, fire safety for kids, and dragons. Written by Jean Penzewul, illustrated by Martine Gorbalt. One warm sunny day at the end of last week, my mom and I went for a walk to the creek. As I raced down the hill in my little red wagon, I veered to the left and smacked into a dragon. I suppose he could see that there was fear in my eyes. As I jumped to my feet, quite filled with surprise, he sheepishly grinned and stepped out of the way, but he seemed so polite that I asked him to play. He had a cute bear and some other toys too. With my shovel and pail, we'd have oodles to do. We ran to the creek and then on to the bay, where we played on the beach for the rest of the day. Then Mom waved and said, "Now it's time to go eat. Let's pack the red wagon and head up the street." It's hard to stop playing with friends old or new, so I asked if the dragon could come to eat too. My mom wrinkled her brow and squinted her eyes, looking up at the dragon's incredible size. I begged and I pleaded, then said, very sweet, "We won't make a mess. We'll be tidy and neat." So at last she said, "Yes, just this once I'll agree. You may have the dragon come over for tea." We had carrots and apples, thick slices of ham, with fresh homemade biscuits and strawberry jam, cold glasses of milk and a great big dill pickle, but the pepper we sprinkled sure made my nose tickle. Then the dragon's nose twitched and he started to wheeze. His eyes misted up and he blew a great sneeze. Achoo! Well, we all know what happens when dragons achoo. Flames shot from his mouth and from both nostrils too. Our tablecloth sparked and then burst into flame, and the curtains that hung right beside did the same. The smoke alarm rang. What a loud, piercing sound! It meant, "Get out fast!" So I dropped to the ground. The room filled with smoke as I crawled on the floor and started to make my way to the front door. The dragon got scared and decided to hide, but I knew when there's fire, we must get outside. I grabbed his thick tail, and with one mighty tug, I pulled that big dragon from under the rug. I crept down the hallway and said, "Follow me. I know the way out. We must meet by the tree." So Mom and the dragon and I all met there. Then that silly old dragon went back for his bear. We ran up and caught him and wouldn't let go. And I said, "Listen, dragon, here's what you should know. Don't ever go back. That just will not do. We can get a new bear, but we can't replace you." Since the fire was burning inside of our home, we went to the neighbors to borrow their phone. Mom knew what to dial and said, calm and clear, "Here's our full street address. Send the fire trucks here." Before very long, down our street they came sailing, with bright red lights flashing and loud sirens wailing. The fire crew rushed to start work on their tasks. They were dressed in big boots and wore helmets and masks. They hooked up their hose and ran into the house. They were spraying streams of water in order to douse the table, the curtains, our lovely snacks too. And it didn't take long until the fire was through. The fire chief called out the door with a shout, "The smoke's made a mess, but the fire is out." My poor friend the dragon knew he was to blame. So he hung down his head, and he wept great tears of shame. One of the fire crew said, "Don't be sad. You know what to do, and of that we're quite glad. You all got out safely. That's really what matters." Then she took us to see the big pump truck and ladders. The dragon put on a shiny red hat, and I asked to see where the fire crew sat. She showed us the siren, the hoses and lights, and the ladders they climb up to reach higher heights. The rest of the fire crew checked all the rooms, while a fan in the door blew out gray smoke and fumes. Then the dragon and I, we sat down for a while. I reached up and hugged him. He gave me a smile. The next time the dragon and I want to play, we'll pack up a picnic and go to the bay. We are friends, tried and true, the best we can be. But I'll never again invite dragons for tea.
Okay, so we have something special planned for today. We're going to go across the street from the library, and let me take you there right now. Okay, I'm outside of the library, and across the street from us is, I know you all know what it is. It's the Blairsville Fire Department. The firehouse is across from the library. Right there it is. There's a fire truck outside. Let's go over and see if they'll give us a tour. We're going to take a look at truck number 1.
Okay, if you look up here, you'll see station 120, 132. This is our station identification numbers in Indiana County, and 132 would be Westmoreland County. Here it's engine 121. 120 is our station. This is would be our engine number. Truck number is 1, so engine 121.
I have with me Chief Turk from the Blairsville Fire Station. Why don't you say hi?
Hi, everybody.
Hi, Chief Turk. There's a couple of ladders on this fire engine. That one is 28 feet. And the other one is 14 feet. Let's take a look at how long it is.
Do you see this thing on the end? They call that a skull saver, so that when you bump into it with your head, you don't hurt yourself. That's pretty cool.
This is called a brush truck. You can see that it's plugged in. That is so the radio and everything else is fully charged when they need it. Hey guys, do you see all of their equipment lined up nice and orderly in the background? That is so cool looking.
Let's take a look at their brand new engine.
Wow, look how long this truck is. This is also a new tanker truck, but it's shorter.
While I'm here at the fire company, the fire alarm goes off. You hear it? It's really loud. So we're in front of my house. Okay, right over here is where all the action is. Let's go down and see what we can find. Here's our engine. Number 121. We just looked at 121. They're blocking the road so that traffic can't come through because they have an issue.
This is Firefighter Maskery. First, he's going to show us how he takes off his helmet. Next is his face piece, and it allows him to breathe clean air. His face mask is connected to the back of him for his oxygen. These are his steel-toed fire boots. The back of his jacket says BFD for Blairsville Fire Department.
The fire truck has his lights on. That's really cool. Okay, we're here in my yard, actually, and behind me is this big tractor trailer. And what has happened is the tractor trailer was too tall for one of the tree limbs. The tree limb pulled the, I don't know if it's a phone line or an electricity line. It has pulled it and it ripped some siding off of the neighbor's house. Let's have a close-up. Right here, there's the broken limb. And then the line. Can you see it right there? Wait a minute. Let me find my finger. Oh, there it is. Right there's the line. Going down that way. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Pulled some siding off. So see, the fire department doesn't only do fire calls. They're needed to take care of all kinds of different things, and that's what they have all those different trucks for. Our fire department is very important.
This book and all of our children's programming is funded by the Benz Foundation. Thank you.